Hi guys, my name's Brianna. This is Black Music Canada, and today we're interviewing.
Asante. Great to
Yay!
meet everybody. And I'm happy to be here, honestly.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, I'm an artist. The Asante, the artist, is born and raised in London, Ontario, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from Richmond Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I really love Richmond Hill. I do a lot of different types of music. I don't really like to categorize myself in genres. I
Yeah.
see genre more of a tool to express myself. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different types of music, but I just love performing, love doing my thing, interacting with fans, and
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah, and you've been in the music scene for a while, but you were recently away for 2 years, I believe, until you came back again recently with Back to Reality. Could I ask what transpired in those 2 years? Like, what made you take such a hiatus? And why come back now?
That is a funny question to me for sure because I feel like in those 2 years I've
Mhm.
actually been doing way more in the industry than I
Really?
have the rest of my career
Okay.
because I think it's a lot of when you're not in that kind of like Drake, Charlie level, then you're kind of just doing a lot of just behind the scenes stuff with
Mhm.
growing and being in the right rooms that helps you get to the places
Yeah.
that you want to be.
What have you been doing in specific?
So I do a lot of songwriting, work with a lot of different artists in
Yeah.
Canada, a lot of the time Toronto and London, and
Mhm.
expanding here and there.
Mhm.
I've also been performing too. I say my biggest shows have definitely come in that 2 year time span. I think
Yeah.
I opened up for Dax, Mad Child, did like Grand Theater in London.
Mm.
So I did a lot of cool stuff. So I wouldn't really call it a hiatus. I feel like more in the actual releasing music side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely took a step back. But in the whole pie, I've definitely been doing a lot more in those
Mhm.
other areas for
Was
sure.
there a reason you took a step back?
I feel like you always, as an artist, want to come back and give your fans like the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to take that time to give them the best version of myself and come with a proper plan, a proper strategy. How am I
Mhm.
going to get myself to the next level? And that comes with a lot of the stuff in the shadows. And I've appreciated it a lot actually
Mm.
because, it seems like, oh, Sante's been gone, but Sante's been going harder than ever.
I love the way you worded that. So when you were making Back to Reality, how did that process go for you?
Well, funny enough, I think that song was actually made 2 years ago or like a year and a half
Really?
ago.
So you
Yeah.
were just sitting on that?
Yeah, it was such a concept to me. Like
Mhm.
at the time I was just focusing on so many other things, but I was like, I want to do this properly. Like how do I really come back to the industry and
Okay.
not reintroduce myself, but really just like show the world like, yeah, this is me and this is the direction I'm gonna be going in.
Mhm.
But the funny thing about me is that I'll show a direction and then I'll do something else, do something else, do something else. And
Yeah.
it's like because as I said, I like to use genres as a tool to express myself, and
Mhm.
I got myself to a level where I'm like, okay, now's the time to be in front of the world because I've been putting so much work behind the scenes to get there.
Yeah, and you said that you like to use genres as a tool. Do
Hmm.
you pick a specific genre and then drag other elements in, or how do you go about that?
Say choose a specific feeling and then
Mm.
use the genres to express it. So if it's like sunny day outside, summertime,
Mhm.
let's make some summertime heat. But if it's like winter time, then it's like I want to bring some maybe more down low, maybe do some R&B,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff. So it really depends on the season, the feelings, and all that kind of stuff.
You're
So
heavily influenced by your environment.
oh, heavily influenced,
Mm.
heavily, heavily. That's why I like to put myself in the right places,
Yeah.
so I can really spark the right kind of magic to put into my music. And also, I like to just be honest. I feel like
Mm.
when you're trying to get fans, it's not, oh, let me just get this person, let me get my best friend, and let me get my mom, even though my
Yeah.
mom's like my biggest supporter. It's all about, just giving my vibe, giving my energy. And I feel like if I'm honest in music,
Hmm.
then the people who listen to it, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I know exactly what he's going through.
Yeah.
And it's to them, it's going to feel targeted. But to me, it's just me
Mm.
writing my truth.
And how long did it take you to get to that place where you could fully be honest?
I'll definitely say in that I think I've always been honest, but I think every artist, when you start,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, they will love this. You know, you write a line, you're like, oh, they're gonna love this line.
Yeah.
But
You're like very focused on growing an audience first.
yeah, you're focused on the audience. It's not a bad approach.
Yeah.
But then I feel like maturing in music is like, do I love this? Do I to the point where if I show you and you'll be like, I don't like it. To me, that would just data nowadays. If me before, it might have been like, oh, I gotta come better, come harder. But now it's like data. Oh, you might not like this, but I still love this. So
Yeah.
let me play it for other people and figure out what's my target market for this song.
So moving forward, you have said previously that your inspirations range from the Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
to Sade. So, like, what from their music elements do you take and put into your own?
Honestly, I'm just inspired by anything my mom would play around the house.
Really?
100%. Like, she's
Okay.
definitely my inspiration because she plays so many different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
She made me such an eclectic listener where it doesn't really matter what the genre was. You know, she'll be playing folk music. Sometimes she might play some country.
Really?
Sometimes she's gonna play some pop music.
Okay.
Sometimes she's gonna play some R&B, reggae, dancehall.
Mm-hmm.
So she just played so much around the house where I didn't really understand the concept of genres because it was just music to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like high school, I understood it a bit more, but it's always just been a feeling thing for us.
Growing up, you were like, these are just all songs.
These are just songs. Like, don't ask me what song was a hip hop song, what song was R&B.
Yeah.
I had no clue. It was just music to me. Gospel sprinkled in there too. Like, that was just my upbringing. So, and it really impacted me as an artist where I don't see genre. I don't have a pressure to make a certain type of song.
Do you feel that pressure from your audience then?
No.
No?
No. And it's not that they don't request something specific from me. It's just I'm an artist. So I express my truth. So, yeah, I'm going to make a lot of the songs. Some songs you might like more than other songs, but it's not that these sounds are going to go away. I'm just going to keep speaking my truth, you know. And I feel like they're going to appreciate it because my story and my growth is going to be consistent.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, well, you have studied under Grammy-nominated producer Dan Brodbeck. How was that experience?
Well, definitely shout out MIA because I've learned a lot going to that school and being accepted to it really meant a lot for me. And, you know, it's very well tailored for a lot of engineers, producers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And not that I didn't want to go into those industries. I think for me, it's just for the lingo of it all. You know, when you're a new artist, you go in the studio big, oh, I want my voice to sound angelic or whatever the case may be. But that's not something that's really helping an engineer. Like it'll give them an idea of what you want.
Yeah.
But when you go to school, you get to learn, can you boost my high end a little bit?
Yeah.
Can you cut off some lows? All that stuff. It helps with the communication. So he definitely taught me a lot.
And has that helped you now in creating your songs?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Now I know what changes need to be made. When I make my notes, when I get like my mixes and masters back, I'm like, okay, can you remove this? I'm hearing a bit of distortion here, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I appreciate MIA so much because it gave me that lingo. And it's also a small world. So you would be running into a lot of people who graduated. So it's really awesome, and I appreciate him so much for giving me the opportunity. And I still run into Dan now, so he still treats me very well. So it's
amazing.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, they've allowed you to sort of have that conversation with the actual engineers and producers in the studio, basically.
Well, they
instead of
just teach
just singing. Like now, you can be part of like the full creative process, basically.
Yeah, they just teach you it. It's like, okay, here's engineering class, here's production class, here's artist development. So a lot of different aspects. And you just learn a lot, contracts, all that stuff. A lot of stuff that you wouldn't really think about when you're actually just building the arts. Like I just want to write songs all day long, but there's so much more to music. And leaving that, I feel like my scope became bigger. And that's going back to what we talked about before, where it's like there's releasing music, but there's so many things that have to be done before releasing music to make releasing music successful.
Yeah.
So,
and now you know like the things that need to be done.
Absolutely.
Okay. You have also been nominated for Best Pop Artist at the FCLMA in 2021.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
So they definitely treated me very, very nicely. 2021 got the pop nomination, and then 2023 I won fan favorite. So I definitely got a lot of love from them, and I appreciate them so much. I'm like, on the fence because I'm not really an award person.
Really?
I don't want to be, a lot of times with the Grammys, all that kind of stuff, if that is your validation that you need, then you could be chasing something for a long time. It's not that you don't deserve it. It's just that there's a lot of politics, a lot of things behind the scenes that might stop you from being where you want to be. So FCLMA has been so wonderful to me, especially with categorizing me as an artist because, they see a black artist, especially in London, Ontario, oh, you're such a great rapper. But to me, music is so much more than that.
Does it matter that they categorized you as a pop artist?
I just think I enjoyed being out of a different box because I've always been rap, and I do make rap songs.
That's true. They tend to do that a lot with a lot of black male artists
all the time. And there's nothing wrong with rap. I think rap's awesome. I make rap songs too, but it just I'm seeing myself as like an artist, So I'm gonna might be pop, might be R&B, might be hip hop, whatever the case may be. I'm always grateful for that, but I don't let that be, oh, I won this, that means I'm this. It's like, I thank you so much for recognizing the hard work that I put in, and just gonna keep writing these songs.
So if awards aren't the goal for you, then what is?
To really inspire people, to really be a role model. My goal in my artist career is to be, the ones that the kids, the adults, my friends, my peers love, but also the kids' parents love too. It's like, oh, you listen to Asante? Okay, that's cool. Because I like the way he talks, like the type of person he is. I saw me being able to go into schools and stuff and how the kids treat you just being an artist. You'll think you're like Drake or something. The way they like surround you, like, oh my gosh.
You might not want to say that now.
Yeah, maybe not. But they'll treat you like a celebrity. But it's just really awesome that they were, when I saw that, it's like, okay, I have to be a role model to these people. I have to, talk well, let them know that they're also special in their dreams. They can achieve it and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm just want to be a role model to people.
Okay, that's incredibly important. Yeah. So, moving forward, your debut album, Cuffing Season, came out in 2022. Can you walk us through its creative process and what that was like?
Yeah, so Cuffing Season was a really important album to me because of my first, I had one back in the day, but at the time it was like my first one. Also, the process of it was cool. I worked with a lot of cool people. I'll say I was very structured when I made it. So it was like, listen to certain songs, look at certain images. So, very specific. I don't think I would do that process again, but I've learned a lot from it. And that project just means a lot to me because I stepped so much outside my box, doing like trip hop, letting people like Seb Deluy and stuff inspire me. Was definitely so interesting, and I love the process of it, and the project means so much to me. I probably will not have that same process, but I don't really like things to be so boxed in.
So organized.
And so organized, I just want to express and be honest, but not that it wasn't, it just, I really had a vision, and I think I exceeded, but I would probably want to be more free flow.
You went on to make an impact on the local scene in both Toronto and London. How do you think these cities have influenced your music? Have people looked at your music and been like, or have you had some supporters, especially being someone who's so like, I don't want to stick to a genre, things like that?
Yeah, the support has been honestly life-changing, I'll say. Definitely a lot of love from London. I said my Artistry was born and raised in London. Toronto, a lot of big performance opportunities. So I appreciate both of those cities for sure. And just even the world, to be honest. Like,
really?
It always goes past. I always get surprised, because you're in certain areas, but music really transcends barriers, right? So definitely seen love a lot of different places I wouldn't expect it, but always appreciate it. And so far my journey, the people around me and also the people who see me perform and stuff always give me that boost. Like, yeah,
Really?
keep doing what you're doing.
So between the two cities though, London versus Toronto, which one's your favorite to perform in?
I wouldn't say I have a favorite. I think it's just different kind of
be honest.
No, I'm being honest. Different kind of love, different places. You know?
Really?
Like even when I perform in Toronto, you'd expect Toronto to be more like too cool for school, but I get so much love down there. I just like it. Just love everywhere. You know, I don't necessarily have a favorite.
You're such a positive artist.
For me, I feel like you have to be.
Yeah, like, you find it everywhere. You're like, no, they love me here, they love me there. Like.
Yeah, and even if they don't love me, they're listening, right?
That's true.
So that's true. That's a win right there.
So you don't have a preference?
No preference, just great people everywhere.
Okay. How do you go about performing? Do you have any rituals, like before stage or anything?
I just pray to God.
Okay.
I just thank Him for the opportunity. I have my dancers. I pray for all of us. Thank you for putting great people in my life.
Yeah.
And let's just go and put on a show.
How do you combat like the nervousness?
I don't really feel it as much anymore.
Really?
Yeah, not really. I feel like I only feel it if I'm winging it, and I never wing it. I'm always going to be prepared. Because whether people are paying for a ticket, whether it's a free show, but they're paying with their time.
Yeah.
So me being on that stage and people taking time out of their day to come see me, I'm guaranteeing a good show. I'm not going to settle for less.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay, and one last question. What are your plans for your music career in 2024 and beyond?
And beyond. Well, definitely travel more.
Really? You know, to where? Tell us.
Italy? Italy would be a cool place. No, I'm just trying to travel more, see different places, and also express my artistry in different spots. So that'd be really awesome. Working on an album. So can't wait to share that with the world because I know they're going to love it.
Do you know when it's going to be done?
Well, I know when it's going to be done. When is it going to be out in the world?
Oh.
We will see. You know, you have to follow me, which is going to be somewhere here. See how I made the box? Everything has to be there.
No.
So, yeah, it's going to be out. So just follow my journey. And then beyond, you might see me on some songs like Lana Del Rey or like Brent Fires or something
What is
like
happening?
That.
Charlie XCX maybe?
Hey.
Maybe as a feature. You don't know. You don't know.
You never know. So I'm keeping my options open, but I know for one thing for sure, big things, and we're just rising every single year.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming and doing this interview with us. It was absolutely lovely having you here today. And guys, that's pretty much it. Go watch our other interviews that we've done with brilliant artists as well. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
I guess we'll see you.
Bye.